Hello, I'm Meditation with Joy. I am Joy. I am also known as Captain Joy, and today we're going to be doing a sound bath for the Libra full moon. So, just before we get into the sound bath, I wanted to cover a couple of the astrological occurrences that are going to be happening this month. Many astrologers are quite aware that this month is going to pack a doozy. We don't have one, two, three, four, but seven planets moving into Aries. So for many people, we have been moving through releasing and realigning our whole lives right now. In the last like 6 months, there's been a lot of upheaval, a lot of changes, people leaving relationships, people leaving jobs, people finding their true heart's calling and starting to align their lives to it. And it's so exciting to see because once everybody can get on the same page with their energy, with their frequency, there's just so much love and positivity to go around. With Mars moving in first, it's kind of like YOLO energy. It really is. It's kind of you only get one chance to live energy, and people are gonna feel the pact. They're gonna feel that fire being ignited in their drive and their passions, and it's really going to start people looking to what makes them happy and what gives them you know excitement for life and excitement for what job they're doing or excitement what for hobbies they're doing or excitement for what kind of life they're creating for not only themselves but family members as well. And then we have, on the 15th we have Mercury moving into Aries, and we need to pay close attention to that one because with Mercury moving into Aries, we can have some truth come out. There could be a lot of things we weren't aware of coming to the surface, and it could be almost life changing. So between the 15th and the 19th, look out for those life changing moments. It could be an opportunity, it could be just information that really just changes your life overnight. So if you could just look through that, and then on the 16th, we start really seeing once those opportunities come, we start looking at, wow, what has stopped me in the past from accepting those opportunities? Or how have I stopped myself in the past? How have I not allowed myself to be the best version of myself or the best person I could become? And this month is really showing us not only how we can align our lives to the best versions of ourselves, but also how we can show up for ourselves. And it's really important because with the 16th, we have Chiron moving, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So it brings up that pain. But now it's coming at such a time we've already healed that pain, and a lot of people have already looked at those wounds and started to clean them at least. So if you're not all the way feeling like you're wholeheartedly full and healed, that's okay. Many of us are still struggling. Many of us are still healing. So this gives us an opportunity to see once more where we can show up for ourselves and where we have been lacking in showing up for ourselves. Maybe it's been self-care. Maybe it has been work. Maybe it has been that new idea that you know is going to work out and it's just sitting there, and the drive died, and now that drive, the passion, the ideas start rolling in on how to rebuild from, the bottom up. So this month with all that energy moving forward, we're not going to have as many retrogrades right now. We're going to have this small little pocket to utilize that energy, that umph, to just press forward. And while we are doing that, between the 16th and the 23rd, I want to say that's the time where we're utilizing that energy of showing up for ourselves and pushing that momentum forward. Those masks are no longer going to hold. The doubt and fear is no longer going to become an issue as we are pushing through that doubt and fear to just kind of YOLO, go for it. So this month is kind of really taking those opportunities and running with it, because when we embrace ourselves fully, the positive and the negative, and we look at these hurts and these pains and go, wow, okay, that did happen. That was very traumatic. And we embrace it, and we don't allow it to hinder us, and we don't allow it to become our whole entire lives. um, an example, because I can only speak on my own traumas and my own pain. An example would be I was in a terrible fire in July last year. Not me personally in the fire, but my house burnt down and I lost everything. And yes, that was a traumatic experience, but out of it came so much opportunity and so much thankfulness and gratitude to where I am right now. But some people would have taken that experience and ran with it. They would have gone with it so far that they would have milked the cow dry until there's nothing left. And that's unfortunate because they could have looked upon it as an opportunity versus a loss. And yes, it did need grieving. It did need time to process, and everybody process things differently. It just so happens that I have personally started over so many times that it's experience now. And I hate to say it like that, but it is experience and it is wisdom as we grow older on how quickly we can get back up, how quickly we can get back to that peace moment of inner balance. Because when our mental space is going and our physical world is responding to that, we have to find that inner peace. And sometimes it takes a moment to re-heal or go back and fix that pain, that hurt, that wound, and say, okay, it's not 100% fixed, but we're working on it. We're cleaning it. We're getting it back to where it needs to go, back to base. So when we get to about the 24th through the 26th of this year, remember all those energies are within like the 15th through the 26th. So all that energy is compacted right there. So by the time we get to the end of that big energy, we're going to have the final twist feeling. Like if you are aware of old styled Japanese carpentry, they used to use a technique. I'm going to butcher the name, so I'm not going to try. But they had a specific technique in which they did not use nails, they did not use screws, they did not use anything but the innate knowledge of tool, wood, and man to create such intricate woodwork and carpentry that the pieces just slid together and it was almost seamless. You couldn't tell where one leg started and one drawer started because it was almost invisible, it was seamless. And once the pieces were affixed together, it was almost impossible to tear it apart. And that is where we are coming to this finale of energies because the last 6 months, all of that has built to this point, this moment. And when we get to that finale, it's like that final piece of wood settling and the bigger picture is finally viewable. It's finally there. And it's gonna be great if people have done the work, if people have really integrated that shadow self, as Jung says, or incorporated that darker aspects in which we had to heal, we had to really look at and integrate into our lives now so we can push forward and be authentic. We're not trying to hide these pains. We're not trying to sweeten them or make them look good. They are what they are. Example, yes, I lost my house. Yes, it sucked. But here I am. I have a new beautiful home for me and my daughter, and I'm grateful and thankful that I could have such an opportunity, that I have a roof over my head, etc., etc., etc. So while these final moments come into play and all the work is being pushed forward, take the time to look around you and see who is there, who is helping, who is guiding, who is still showing up. How are you showing up for you? All of that is very important because as we take on this new energy, it's going to affect us for the next 7 years. So who is really here? Who is really there for the next 7 years? So this energy is very big, it's very potent. So be aware over the next 15th through 23rd. Breath in, 5, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Nose, mouth. Just gonna bring your awareness to your center, to your core. It's there. Imagine a flower bursting forth, yellow, shining, literally coming forth and growing from the center to great. We are freedom, communicating, giving it a name, facing that fear and doubt of self, who you are, you not. That flower, bird, energy rise. And as the energy rises, the roots go down to the ground. It's going down, energy of the flower coming up. As if we are bursting and growing forth from the middle. What you need. Love, hugs, food, water. Don't deny yourself. Allow it to come to you. The energy comes up. Pain or doubts. Say it's okay. If these doubts and fears were an age, or a child, maybe a teenager, embrace them mentally. God. See you. Embrace them. Know that everything you have gone through has brought you here, brought you now. Let her again. Eat anime fiend, one who likes horses, who enjoys baking. When you're true to yourself, to your purpose, to your alignment, you'll feel it. You'll know it. You'll love that verse word. Heart of hearts. True you who's been through all the ups and downs. Made it to here and now. Best friends. This new you. This dream version of the best you. What would you look like? What would you do? What would you create? Tell them. Song, dance, and poem? Back to center. That clear image held in your thought. I want you to hold all that excitement, all that joy right there. I want yourself to be that person. Allow yourself to walk that path and alignment, knowing that it's your of hearts to be that out. This is who you are. So, some of the other astrological occurrences